Welcome to our classes, and I'm Shilpa Nagaraju who is presenting this session. So I'll be presenting the Indian art and culture part of your prescribed syllabus in UPSC, APFC, AO, EO examinations. So till now we have covered the Indus Valley Civilization, Mauryan, post-Mauryan, Guptan, and we also saw the temple architecture of India. This is the last part of temple architecture of India. So before we start the lesson, please like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel and keep motivating us so that we can perform better. So a little words about me. 6 years experience online and offline teaching. I've been completed my MPA and pursuing PhD. I've given my UPSC CSE interview and qualified UGC NET with 6 years experience in the government sector. So the left out part of our temple architecture of India will be covered in this. This is the last of the temple architecture videos. So here we see a Kalinga architecture image here with the Rekhadyol, Kalasha, Amalaka, Pida Jagamohan, and you have a beautiful um, feature of this Kalinga architecture showed in the image. So the temples of Odisha constitute a distinct substyle within the Nagara order. The mandapas in the Odisha architecture are called as the Jagmohanas. So most of these ancient temples of Kalinga architecture are located in ancient Kalinga, that is modern Puri district, including Bhuvaneshwar or ancient Tribhuvaneshwar, Puri and Konark. So in general, here the Shikara is called the Dyol in Odisha, and it is vertical almost until the top when it suddenly curves sharply inwards. The Mandapas in Odisha are called the Jagamohanas. The ground plan of the main temple is almost always square, which in the upper reaches of its superstructure becomes circular in the crowning. The exterior of the temple is lavishly curved while the interiors are generally quite bare. Odisha temples usually have outer walls. So the first temple we'll describe here is the Sun Temple, which is in Konark, Odisha. So this is the Sun Temple and it is in Konark of Odisha. So it is built around 1240 on the shores of the Bay of Bengal. The temple is set on a high base, its walls covered in extensive detailed ornamental carving. It includes 12 pairs of enormous wheels sculpted with spokes and hubs representing the chariot wheels of the sun god who in mythology rides a chariot driven by 8 horses sculpted here at the entrance staircase. The old temple thus comes to resemble a colossal processional chariot. On the southern wall is a massive sculpture of Surya carved out of green stones. It is said that there were three such images carved out of a different stone placed on the three temple walls, each facing different directions. The fourth wall at the doorway into the temple from where the actual rays of the sun enter the Garbhagriha. So this is the Sun Temple of Konark, very famous in Odisha. The next important temple of Kalinga architecture is the Jagannath Temple, Puri, Odisha. It is also located on the eastern coast at Puri, Odisha. The temple is a part of Char Dham, that is Badrinath, Dwarka, Puri and Rameshwaram pilgrimages that a Hindu is expected to make in one's lifetime. When most of the deities in the temples of India are made out of stone or metal, the idol of Jagannatha is made of wood, which is ceremoniously replaced in every 12 or 19 years by using the sacred trees. The temple is believed to be constructed in the 12th century by King Anantavarman Shodaganga Deva of the Eastern Ganga dynasty. The temple is famous for its annual Ratha Yatra or the chariot festival. So look at the Rekha Diola of this Jagannath temple, and it's a perfect example of Kalinga architecture. Please have a look at the image here so that you will understand. Next, we should focus on is the Buddhist architecture. The period of 5th and 14th centuries was not only the period of the development of Hindu temples but also were equally vibrant period for the Buddhist and Jain architectures in India. So if you see here, when the Guptan Empire crumbled in the 6th century CE, the eastern region of Bihar and Bengal, historically known as Magadha, appears to have remained unified while numerous small Rajput principalities sprang up to the west. In the 8th century, the Palas came to power in the region. The second Pala ruler, Dharmapala, became immensely powerful and he established an empire by defeating the powerful Rajput Pratiharas. Dharmapala consolidated an empire whose wealth lay in a consolidation of agriculture along the fertile Ganges plain and international trade. So, the first important Buddhist architecture we are going to study here is at Bodh Gaya in Bihar. Bodh Gaya became a pilgrimage site since Siddhartha achieved enlightenment year and year he became the Gautama Buddha. The Mahabodhi temple at Bodh Gaya is an important reminder of the brickwork of that time. The first shrine here, located at the base of the Bodhi tree, is said to have been constructed by King Ashoka. The Vedika, or the fence around it, is said to be post-Mauryan of about 100 BCE. Many sculptures in the temple are dated to the 8th century Pala period. Design of the temple is unusual and is neither Dravida nor Nagara style. The next important is Nalanda of Bihar. The monastic university of Nalanda is a Mahavihara as it is a complex of several monasteries of various sizes. Only a small portion of this ancient learning center has been excavated till date, as most of it lies buried under the contemporary civilization, making further excavation almost impossible. Most of the information about Nalanda is based on the records of Xuanzang, a Chinese traveler. So it states that the foundation of the monastery was laid by Kumaragupta in the 5th century Common Era. All three Buddhist doctrines, that is the Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana, were taught here. Monks came to here from the different regions of the world, such as China, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Burma, etc. Monks and pilgrims who came here take back small sculptures and illustrated manuscripts to their homeland, which resulted in a decisive impact on the arts of the Buddhist countries in Asia. So they were the cultural ambassadors of that time. The sculptural art of Nalanda was developed out of a heavy dependence on the Buddhist Gupta art of Sarnath. So the sculptures were mainly made of stucco, stone, and bronze. By the 9th century, Nalanda school of sculpture was formed, which was characterized by distinctive facial features, body forms, and treatment of clothing and jewelry. The Nanda sculptures initially depict Buddhist deities of the Mahayana tradition, such as standing Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, etc. During the 11th and 12th centuries, Nalanda emerged as an important tantric center, and the sculptures during that period dominated by deities of Vajrayana tradition, such as Vajrasharada, a form of Saraswati, Kasharpana, Avalokiteshvara, etc. Various Brahmanical images have also been found at Nalanda. The next important architecture we are going to study is Jain architecture. Jains were also prolific temple builders like Hindus, and their sacred shrines and pilgrimage spots can be found across the country. The oldest Jain pilgrimage sites are said to be found in Bihar. In the Deccan, some of the most architecturally important Jain sites can be found at Ellora and Aihole. Karnataka has a rich heritage of Jain shrines, and at Shravanabelagola, the famous statue of Gomateshwara. See, this is the Gomateshwara, The granite statue of Lord Bahubali, which stands 18-meter, is the world's tallest monolithic freestanding structure. So it was commissioned by Chaundaraya, the General-in-Chief and Prime Minister of the Ganga Kings of Mysore. Gujarat and Rajasthan have been strongholds of Jainism since early times. The Jain temples at Mount Abu in the Dilwara temples were constructed by Vimal Shah. One can see a complex of temples carved of white marble. The temples are famous for its unique patterns on very ceilings and graceful bracket fix along the dome ceiling. So this is it about the temple architecture of India. We have covered the Nagara style of architecture, the Dravida style of architecture, the Buddhist architecture, the Jain architecture, and different subforms of Nagara and the Dravida and also Vesara architecture. So thank you so much, and we will keep posting on more videos regarding the syllabus of our examination. So please subscribe and like our videos and also share the videos with your fellow aspirants. Thank you.